I just watched Liverpool and Chelsea go 11-10 in the 2022 Carabao Cup Final. And I thought to myself, how and when was the penalty shootout created? And why was it created? And is this the best way to come to a definitive winner? Stay tuned as we're going to look at this in a little bit more detail. So before we start, I need to say that I'm going to be talking all about the penalty shootout. I'm going to talk more about how the penalty shootout came to be rather than penalties themselves. I'm not really going to be talking about how Perez tried to pass the ball to Henry during a penalty. I'm not going to be talking about how players dive. I'm not going to be talking about how players get fouled in the penalty box. I'm not really going to be talking about whether I thought it was right or wrong for Kepa to be substituted to be in goal against Liverpool in this Carabao Cup Final. I'm going to be specifically talking about the actual penalty shootout itself. So, okay, I know most of you are football fans, but I think for this video I need to explain the definition of a penalty shootout. In a penalty shootout, each team takes turns shooting at a goal from the penalty mark, with the goal defended only by the goalkeeper. I know that's obvious, but it's kind of a thing that we kind of need to talk about to explain what a penalty shootout is and blah, da, 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 da. Right, so each team has 5 shots, which must be taken by different kickers. The team that makes more successful kicks is declared the victor. If the score is even after 5 shots, then it goes to a sudden death, with the first team to score with the other team missing being declared the winner. But if all 11 players have a shot and it's still level, the first kickers go again, and then the second, and then the third, etc. If a player has been sent off, he is skipped, and then the next player in the line takes their penalty. Right, so when was the penalty shootout actually created? Between 1867 and 1970, the laws of association football did not provide a method for breaking ties. The first association football tournament, the FA Cup, used extra time and replays to decide drawn games. In the early 1920s, some charity matches began using corner kicks as tiebreakers in order to avoid replays of games. Israeli Yosef Dragan, I think that's how you pronounce it, but he's credited with originating the modern shootout after watching the Israeli team lose a 1968 Olympic quarter-final game against Bulgaria by drawing of lots in Mexico. Ko U-Taik, the Malaysian FA's member of the referees committee, led to the move for its adoption by FIFA. FIFA's proposal was discussed on the 20th of February 1970 by a working party of the International Football Association Board, which recommended its acceptance, though it wasn't entirely satisfied with having the penalties be the decider of the actual football matches in the tournaments. In England, the first penalty shootout in a professional match took place in 1970 at Boothry Park, Hull, between Hull City and Manchester United during the semi-final of the Watney Cup, and this was actually won by Manchester United. The first player to take a penalty kick in a penalty shootout was George Best, and the first player to miss was Dennis Law. Ian McKennie, who saved Law's kick, was also the first goalkeeper to take a kick. His shot hit the crossbar and deflected over, putting Hull City out of the cap. Penalty shootouts were used to decide matches in UEFA's European Cup and Cup Winners' Cup in the 1970-1971 season. On the 30th of September, after a 4-4 aggregate draw in the first round of the Cup Winners' Cup, Honved won the first shootout 5-4 against Aberdeen. I think it's pronounced Honved. If I get it wrong, then tell me in the comments. 5 weeks later, on the 4th of November 1970, the first ever European Cup shootout took place between Everton and Borussia I can never say it. Mönchengladbach. I can never pronounce it. You know what I mean? With the side from England, this time becoming the winners 4-3. So is it the best way to decide a football match? Any England fan probably hates a penalty shootout. It was only last year that we got knocked out in the final by Italy. But for me, I personally think that the penalty shootout is the best way to decide a football match, and as it causes drama and it's really exciting. it's one of those things that really kind of establishes what football is. Football is about the drama. It's about the emotion. There isn't really any alternative that I believe that kind of matches a penalty shootout. If you don't like a penalty shootout, if you're a Chelsea fan that's hating the fact that he lost on penalties, please let me know below. And also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe for more content, and let me know that you like this video and you're going to watch more. See you around.